Welcome to the Primetime Training Podcast. I'm your host, Joshua Baher, and today we have Dylan English.
What's up, guys?
Dylan is a teammate of mine, good friend,
Yep.
Swellinator.
So they call me on the team, but yeah.
So he's joining us for, I think, this is episode 4 or 5.
Yeah.
We're just going to go through different things about strength, bodybuilding, stuff like that, pick his brain a little bit,
Yeah.
and have some fun with it. So,
All right.
hope you enjoy.
Let's do it, man.
So Dylan, tell me a little bit about yourself. Like, what are some hobbies? What are some things you like to do?
I mean, of course, whenever it comes to hobbies, of course, weightlifting's on there, but that's just kind of, it's natural to me now, just going there lifting. But dude, when it comes to hobbies, dude, other than basketball and weightlifting, man, dude, I swear most of my time has either been like doing school or doing work. And then the rest of my free time, dude, I'd just be either just hanging out with friends or spending time with a girlfriend or anything like that. You know how that is.
No, I know. Yeah. Sounds good. First main question I got, might tug on your heartstrings a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you like more, lifting or basketball? What's the top? If you had to pick one.
That's tough, man, because I've grown up playing basketball my whole life, man. I swear, like basketball's always been there for me, but man, I'll tell you one thing, whenever road hit the road and everything like that, man, when I was going through like really rough times, dude, weightlifting was like my escape. Because I would just like, whatever was going on inside of me, I would really just channel it and just focus it into weightlifting to where like I was just like wanted to lift, like no matter how much weight it was just me just like wanted to exert all my energy that was bothering me from things and just put it all into weightlifting, put it in the best way possible.
Yeah, like an escape. Right?
So, it's a different kind of love for both of them.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because weightlifting's there with me whenever I'm going through my darkest times, and then basketball, it's been ever since I've been playing ever since I was a child. So I can't really say which one I love more. I love getting big. Do not get me wrong.
Yeah.
But of course, like man, I love the game of basketball as well on top of it.
What position for the viewers you play?
Play a little bit of small forward, power forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
And right now, you're what, 6 foot?
6'3", close to 6'4", yeah. 220 pounds.
So 6'3", 220.
Yeah.
Pretty solid. And you took the body fat percentage test recently at the school. What was that at?
My body fat percentage is actually at 9.3%.
Okay, so 9.3.
And apparently it's below like the average.
Oh yeah.
For someone that's like 220.
For sure.
So.
Yeah, that's way below average.
Yeah.
So let's get into more training.
Okay.
So you're a basketball athlete.
Yeah.
Also pretty big.
Yeah.
And you've built it up over the years.
Yeah.
What would you consider your type of training? Like, is it more bodybuilding? Is it more strength training? Is it more like reactive? Is it a mix of things? What do you view it as?
I'd say it's a mixture of both bodybuilding and then also strength training.
Okay.
Because a lot of times whenever I'd be like going to lift things, like if it comes to like heavy sets or heavy reps, I would always do it around like 6 to 8 rep range.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm trying to if it's like a lean, like light day for like lifting and stuff, I'll do like 10 to 12. Maybe if I'm feeling good, I'll go to 15 reps at the most.
Okay.
Because you already know this, but like higher the reps, leaner the muscle, lower the reps.
So higher reps, leaner muscle.
Creates leaner muscle. If you do smaller reps, heavier weight though, that builds bigger muscles.
Okay.
Bigger.
What's better for, like, say you're trying to differentiate between strength and mass, hypertrophy.
Yeah.
What's better for strength? Or like rep ranges?
Just for strength, honestly, it's the 8 to 10 rep range. That's really the sweet spot. I would mostly, it's more of like you get to the 8 rep range, and then all of a sudden it's like the last 2 reps, you're really trying to like give it the most. Like it's supposed to, like those last 2 reps you're supposed to struggle with.
Okay.
For me personally. And it's just because of just like how I've been training and everything and just with the results I've gotten from it. I've seen that as like, I've seen that really helping me out a lot. And I'm pretty sure it can help out a lot of people too that end up looking at these podcasts and everything.
So like rep scheme, and this is kind of going off.
Yeah.
But rep scheme, say, like what's your typical rep scheme? Like 3x8 or something?
Yeah, it's 3x8.
So if you say, oh yeah, I'm gonna do 3x8, is
Yeah.
there a warm up before that? Like a 5, or like how does that often work?
See, the thing for me is that I would just do like a lighter. I would do like a pretty heavy weight possibly when it comes to just the warm up. But of course, like if you do that though, muscles are gonna tire it out a little bit. So
Mhm.
I've learned that recently, and I've just been actually doing just a little bit of a lighter rep and just knocking out actually probably like 12 to 15 reps of it.
Okay.
So all of a sudden I have my muscles all warmed up. I'm feeling really good. So then whenever I do the actual sets, I'm doing a 3x8 and I'm doing it with like a heavier lift, and I'm not like slowing down or feel very fatigued early into the workout.
Nice.
So,
So lifting splits now.
yeah.
What would take me through like your typical week of a lifting split? Like, how many days a week?
I've usually done at least 5 days a week.
5 days a week?
Yeah,
How do you
at
split it up?
least. I mean, so the thing for me was like Sunday is the day of rest. I do not do any weights. I just let my body recuperate and everything. I mostly take the weekends off to recuperate because
Okay.
just the weekdays, just everything that I'm doing, both like schoolwork or work or lifting early in the mornings. I mean, it's just
Basketball.
yeah, basketball. I mean, I just got so much on my plate. Just where the weekends that's like my time to just let my body just need to relax because it needs, because that's very important too.
Mhm.
It's not only just about lifting. It's not only just about like how much you lift, how much you're working out. Also, the relaxing part, like actually letting your body rest so you can be able to recuperate and re-energize. That's like one of the also most crucial things about it. But the thing for me is like on Mondays, usually just start a week. I want to feel pretty good. I would do chest workouts. I would hit chest day. So after doing that, I mean, I feel pretty good.
Do you have a whole day just for chest?
Whole day just for chest.
Okay.
I like doing it to where it's like I work on a certain body part every day.
Okay.
So when it comes to later in the week, it just depends on how I'm feeling. I would
do it
probably
again?
I would do
Okay.
a certain group again. So here's a perfect example. So Monday, I always do chest.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, it's always leg day.
Okay.
Wednesday's one of my favorite days. It's arm day.
Yeah.
And then Thursday's back. And then when it comes to Friday, my last day, it just depends on how I feel. Maybe I want to hit a combination of maybe chest and shoulders.
Mhm.
Maybe I want to hit a combination of maybe legs, but add like plyometric exercises to it, not
Okay,
just heavy
okay.
lifting.
I like that.
I mean, it's just, I mean, I like messing around with it a little bit.
It's kind of like your free day.
Pretty
Kinda like
much, yeah.
creative. Yeah. Okay,
Exactly. I just
okay.
get creative on the last day because I really want to make sure it's like my last day. It's like I do the best at it, and it's like I'm satisfied going into the weekend.
Yeah, and it's not something like, I guess it's something you can mess around with a little more, but it also allows you to take time to not overdo something. Because say
Yes.
you hit like legs super hard and you were kind of fried, you had a lot of basketball, then you take that last day, you're like, no, maybe I'm going to do a little less
Yeah.
legs for the weekend.
I've ran into some incidents like that.
Okay, yeah.
Like, man, I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you this real quick. Speaking about that, I was doing leg press, and at our gym, man, I got the weight up to 1,000 pounds. I did it for 6 reps for 1,000 pounds. Dude, the whole rest of the week, because I did it on Tuesday, rest of the week, dude, my legs, bro,
Right.
couldn't really even walk well.
Your quads specifically?
Quads, my
Glutes.
trunk, my glutes, man, everything was just hurting, dude. All of a sudden, we had basketball on top of everything, dude. I felt like I could barely even get up, could barely jump or get off the floor.
When did you feel recovered after that?
Man, I'm not even kidding. It probably took me at least like 4 days, or
Okay.
5 days for me to actually feel like 100% all good to hit legs again.
How did that affect? Like, what effect did you see after that like massive leg day? Did you jump a little higher? How was your strength compared to previously? Did you see anything? It's only one session.
I mean, I'll tell you one thing. It's like, I'm not like, after like working out and stuff, I'm just like, I feel recuperated, so I feel all good. But I really only get to see it like whenever like I'm playing basketball or like I'm just like messing around with some of my friends or something like that. And all of a sudden, like it's either I get like a little shoulder bump, or sometimes like after we get done like complete set together, we just chest bump each other. Sometimes they knock back a couple feet.
Yeah.
And then also there'd be times just where like, you know, as you playing a center, when you get post-ups and stuff and you kind of just like give a little bit like a power dribble,
Little bump,
just
yeah.
like give them a little bump, man. There'll be a couple times, man, where I just do that a little bit, man. All of a sudden I'm moving a good little bit. I'm like, man, I didn't do that before, like working
Yeah.
out legs and everything like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I feel like every time I work out, it always just gives me an extra boost, just also of energy and also just on top of that, just like strength-wise.
Yeah.
Even after I get done with working out, which is very kind of weird.
So even after a workout, you feel
Yeah.
strength effects.
Yes,
Okay.
I feel the strength effects, and I'm
Kinda
also
makes
feeling
sense.
like very like energized as well.
Yeah. I mean, you got the endorphin boost and everything, and then
Yeah.
there's like a thing called PAP, post-activation potentiation.
Yes. Yeah, I've heard
We've
that.
talked a little
Yes,
bit, I think,
we
about
have.
that. But how after you've activated the muscle, it can translate to
Yeah.
like, I don't know, is it like 4 hours for one part and then like 30 seconds for another? I don't know. But it's just that the muscle gets activated, and so like, you know what French contrast training is?
I think you've mentioned to me like once or
It-
twice. I believe.
Here's a very, very, very simple version is like doing like what you said, like a massive squat or something, or you were doing a leg press,
Yeah.
and then straight into like a depth jump or something, some
Yeah,
plyometric
yeah.
exercise, but it's like 4 different exercises. But yeah, anyways, forgot where I was going with that. But you were talking about how like you've gotten stronger and the bumps on like a drive,
Oh yeah.
you know, they're a little
Oh yeah.
more forceful.
Definitely.
I was gonna ask you, how have you seen lifting affect your game and like other aspects of athleticism and stuff like that? Maybe confidence too, mental, like the whole shebang. Give it to me. Yeah.
One of the biggest things I think weightlifting has done with me is it's actually made me have like a very like strong and like sharp mindset about things. Like whenever cause there'll be a lot of times like in life and also in basketball, certain things that happen in the game or in life, it's not gonna go the way you want it to.
Yeah.
But it's like with weightlifting and just like the mindset that I've gone from it is just to just push through. Like I know like getting these last couple of reps of like a heavy weight, it's like really hard
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. But I feel like that whenever you really push and exude yourself in the weight room, for me, I think it builds character.
Okay.
Because it shows that, because for me personally, it's like shows that like you overcoming like a heavy weight and stuff. Like it's like you can kind of see it's like obstacles in life. Like
Yeah.
how you handle obstacles in life, I feel like it's the same way you would handle a heavy weight or whenever you're lifting in the weight room.
That's fair.
That's how I've always seen it ever since I first started lifting and all the way like how I see it now. And I mean, I just feel like weightlifting has definitely built my character. And I mean, it's really helped me be more disciplined and more just focused, more just sharper mentally, and just realizing just how to handle adversity, also handle obstacles whenever they come your way.
Mm-hmm. With that discipline, we'll
Yeah.
get back to like the physical aspects, but
Yeah.
with that discipline, like going to the gym,
Yeah.
has it become so ingrained in you that you just naturally do it and are disciplined, or is it like you're always motivated to go to the gym? Is it a mix? Like, walk me through that.
See, I feel like the thing for me is like whenever like people are first starting to go to the gym, I feel like it's more of a motivation kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they want to be there, to better themselves and stuff like that. But the
Yeah.
thing for me is like whenever you've done it for like this would probably be like over 4 years for me at this point
Yeah.
of actually like consistently going to the gym and lifting. It's more just a discipline thing. It's like so ingrained in my DNA. It's so ingrained to just like what I do. It's like I literally have a specific time in the day where I go and lift.
Yeah.
But of course, like the timing is different though. Like back at home, I wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
And I go and hurry up and eat breakfast, get my take pre-workout and everything, and then I would just go straight to the gym and I would go lift. I'd be in there for probably an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then after that I come back, get a protein shake, fill my body up, and after that I would do basketball workouts for like an additional like 2 hours.
Yeah.
All of a sudden by the time 10:30, 11 a.m. hits, I've already accomplished so much in a day that like the rest of the day, man, I'm just like, dude, I can easily handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've already done so much, starting from 5 a.m. all the way
Yeah.
to now. It's like I got the rest of this day just easily just
Good
in my
to start
grasp.
that way.
Exactly. But whenever it comes to here, like us in school and stuff like that, we get classes in the morning, stuff like that. It's different. I mean,
yeah, that's fair.
I mean, like the thing for me is I always end up going. I always end up going after lunch. I always usually end up going around like 3 o'clock, 3:30. That's been consistent for me every day, like on Mondays through Fridays. And then also, if sometimes, I mean, it just depends on how busy my schedule is. If I can't make it a day, then I'll make up for it and I'll do it on Saturday.
Yeah.
But Sunday, though, that's the number one thing for me is like, I take that very seriously. So that's my day of rest. I'm not doing anything.
How do you lift during like the season? Is it dialed back a little bit because we travel and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really dial it back. I don't. I mean, because there just be a lot of times where it's just like, you know, I mean, it's a long season, man. Like, there's a lot of times it can be mentally draining, mentally exhausted. I mean, just with everything goes on, like, if you end up having a bad game, it kind of messes with you just a little bit in your head and everything.
No, that's fair.
I don't hold back on my weightlifting workouts. I still, like, train the same way throughout season, throughout the off season. Like, I just still train the way I do, and it's, like, worked for me so well. So it's like, why the heck would I change it or stop it?
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Gotcha.
and then of course, like the only thing I would change is probably putting more weight on there
Yeah.
and pushing myself in that sort of way. But yeah,
That's fair. So with all this like activity, you said like get up at 5, you eat a lot, and then you work out. And what? First off, we'll go. What is your diet like, and then we'll get to supplements and stuff. But first off, just straight up, food only. Water intake, like what do you try and get? What's your typical diet?
See, the go-to thing for me, and I don't really track my calories. I don't really specifically track like calories or macros and stuff like that. I just do like what I know is like best for my body. Okay, that's like, okay, carbs, got to get my rice or get some kind of bread. When it comes, I got to make sure I get a little bit of dairy and stuff too. Got to get some kind of yogurt or like have like a glass of chocolate milk or something like that. When it comes to protein, I got to make sure like, because the thing for me is that I've just seen like a lot of research on this, and apparently the best for people that are like lifting, that are working out so much, it's for you to get like 1.2 grams of protein per body per pound of your weight.
1.2 per pound of weight. Okay.
That's what
per pound of weight.
Per pound of weight. Okay. That's what I've heard a lot of people talk about, just like online, just hearing from like a bunch of like social media influencers. Some guys natural, some of them not anywhere close to natural.
Yeah.
But I would just hear them say the same thing. So it's like with me being 220 pounds, I got to at least get 230 pounds of like protein.
Yeah.
But it's not hard though, just because of like, if you think about it, for me, because I did that body test we were talking about earlier, whenever I was figuring out how much calories I really need to eat, it says I got to eat around 3,600 to 4,000 calories for me just to maintain my weight and to keep on gaining muscle.
Your BMR was like 3,000 something or 2,000 something?
2,600, yes. 2,600 calories, yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, that's for sitting and just sleeping, just doing nothing.
Yeah, and you do way more than that.
Yeah. So, I mean, but of course, like protein, I mostly try and stick to chicken and eggs. Like I try to look for like very prime protein sources.
Okay.
So there'll be a lot of times where breakfast I end up having like 5 eggs, and then I'd have probably like some like a side of like hash browns, just have like a little bit like a starch or some kind of carb.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, I'd be all good just for a couple hours after that. I'd have to eat again for lunch. What I would do there is I would either, depends on what our school is serving, or whenever I'm back at home, I end up making myself some fried rice. I would just get some like brown rice, put some like onions in there, chicken, shrimp, put like 5 eggs in there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I would just trying to feed my body to where I get enough carbs, I get enough protein, and then on top of that, I also have a salad on the side just to make sure I get my greens and my daily green intake big time. So I don't really touch much sweets. Whenever I drink any kind of water, when it comes to drinks, I only drink water. Or sometimes I would end up changing it up, and I would just like, if I feel like I just need like a little boost of like electrolytes or something like that, I love using Element, just because like the high sodium content, just like potassium, magnesium content they have in it too.
Pretty good.
Just because it's like, whenever I'm working out and like everything I do throughout the day, I mean, I can sweat a good amount of it.
Yeah.
And it's like for somebody for like my weight and for my body, if I want to do what I need to do for it, I got to make sure that I do everything that I possibly can to like feed my body the way I should be.
Yeah.
And one of the most important things is like getting electrolytes and making sure you get the amount of salt and sodium to like rehydrate your body.
A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people shy away from salt sometimes.
Oh no, it's really important.
Yeah.
Because what's it called? Like I've heard this from like a couple people. One person I've been hearing this from. It's a nutritionist. He's got like a YouTube channel. It's called Santa Cruz Paleo.
Santa Cruz Paleo? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean he's got his own little electrolyte protein powder and stuff, but his is like very like. I mean, he says like it's really good. And I'm thinking about actually trying one of his products sometime, just electrolytes. But he's got like 1,000 milligrams of sodium. It's got like 400 milligrams of like potassium, and then like 200 milligrams of magnesium. And he was saying that that's like the perfect. He was talking about how that's the perfect like ratio between the three, because whenever you're sweating so much, your body like you're sweating out, you're giving away salts out of your body because you're sweating so much.
Yeah.
So you need to replenish your body. So drinking that kind of those electrolyte packets and everything, you're not only replenishing your body, not only that, but the potassium as well. You just need that just because it helps avoid cramps. I mean, it just helps. I mean, and then magnesium too. I mean, all these things, like it helps replenish your body after working out. And if you're like sweating so much and everything like that, it helps you like feel replenished. It helps you get like it gives me like a new boost of energy every time I do it.
Yeah.
But it's like also like at the same time, you got to make sure you do what's best for your body. And electrolytes are like really important just so your body stays hydrated. It's not only just about drinking water. You also got to make sure you drink the right kind of electrolytes to really just replenish your body with all the fluids that you lose, especially with after working out.
Yeah, and our water is not the best, like mineral wise these days, so that's smart to do. And then also with diet, do you take any supplements like protein, creatine, pre-workout?
I do take protein powder.
And why?
So the go-to thing for me was that I would end up like after working out, protein powder would be what I would end up taking.
After the workout?
After working out, big time. Because like that little period of working out from like 30 minutes to an hour, that's like when your body's like really craving protein.
Okay.
Because after working out, your muscles really hard and stuff like that. Like your body needs protein for it to not only just for the muscles to repair, but also for them to grow.
Yeah. So,
I saw like some science-based research about it, is that apparently that at like that little 30 minutes an hour period after working out, there's not really a specific amount of protein that your body can actually take. Like you can actually like push the boundaries and actually end up getting like 80 or 90 grams of protein.
Really?
Yes. Within that 30 minute to an hour period.
Yeah, I've read it's only been 40.
This was like a recent study I saw like from like less than a year ago. This guy was talking about it. He's like some science-based lifter. I mean, I follow a lot of guys like that are
I do too.
like science-based lifters and some bodybuilders on YouTube or any kind of social media platforms. And I mean, I've been here. I heard from this one specific guy. I can't remember his name, but he's like a very popular science-based lifter. And he was talking about it, like when it comes to research about protein intake after working out. I mean, you could really push the boundaries on it. Like and I don't know where the science is coming from, but I'm pretty sure when after thinking about it, it kind of makes sense to me because of like whenever you work out your body so hard, your body needs like as much protein as you possibly can just to grow and also repair your muscles after working them out so much. Well,
and you also, I don't know if you thought about this, like maybe the set point was at 40, and now since you've worked your muscles a lot more, you've gotten used to it over the years, you might need a little more protein. Maybe your body can utilize the protein better.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know. So that's interesting.
I mean, but then also when it comes to other supplements I take a multivitamin.
Okay.
And our nutritionist actually gave me like a new multivitamin to try out.
Okay.
Because remember, like she was telling me about like how
Yeah,
to fill a little application if you want to try like a new multivitamin. So I was like, yeah, I'll try it. I mean, it's a good multivitamin. I mean, but I've been using this one. It's actually called One Multivitamin, and it just has like all your vitamins in there.
Yeah.
It's got zinc in there. It's like one little tablet. I mean, and I take that every day.
Just to cover your bases.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
To make sure I just get what I need. All I gotta do is just take one of those a day, and then I'm all good, like
Yeah.
for my vitamins and everything like that. And then I do take creatine.
How do you take creatine? And how did you start?
See, I didn't really start taking creatine until I ended up dislocating my shoulder junior year of high school for basketball season. I was out for almost all of the almost the whole entire season, but I came back in the postseason. But I ripped my whole shoulder out of socket.
Yeah.
So,
Dang.
yeah, I've done it twice. Okay, I don't want to talk about it, but I got like a huge scar like right here.
Ugh.
Yeah. So, but I didn't really know much about creatine until my mom, my dad were just talking to me about it, and then I ended up just taking, because like you whenever you have surgery, sometimes you just have a loss of appetite. You don't feel really eating anything. I had a lot of those days, so my parents were like trying to figure out a way. They were like, well, you've been working really hard. That's when I started weightlifting, taking it seriously, trying to get myself ready to like go for this like season for me in high school and everything like that. All of a sudden it was like my family was trying to figure stuff out. So the go-to thing for me was taking like probably like 3 small meals, but on top of that I have a protein shake with like right before I go to bed, or have one in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But then on top of that, was when my parents were talking to me, they were like, "Hey, we're gonna probably let you start taking creatine, because I don't really know the full science behind it, really. I mean, I know like a couple little things about it, but it actually helped me. Like, I didn't lose any muscle. It actually helped me sustain my muscle, and it was because I ended up every time I ate something, I always take creatine right after it. But since it's creatine monohydrates, you got to make sure you also drink a lot of water too.
Yeah, you get dehydrated if you don't.
Exactly. But and then also like, and then I still do that. I still take creatine like after I have lunch. You're only supposed to like, because like the tablets and stuff I take, they tell you a specific amount of how much you're supposed to take. So I just take that serving size, or maybe take a little more because I'm a little bit bigger. But I at least probably get like, I might get probably 10 grams of creatine probably maybe per day, I would say.
Okay, so 10 grams per day. That seems, I haven't done a ton of research on it. I'm pretty sure that seems pretty normal.
Yeah, I would say like probably maybe like 10 to 15 maybe, like at the most.
Is that the same with protein too? Same type of amount of grams?
No.
Or protein higher?
Protein.
For the powder.
Oh, for protein powder? Oh, it's way higher. I mean, there'd be a lot of times I'm pushing like 60 or 70 grams of protein.
In one serving?
Yeah, just because the protein powders I use, it's like 30 grams per scoop.
Oh. Okay.
So there'd be times where I just like dump it, and I just dump another scoop in there. But then also like at times, like whenever I'm back at home, like the protein shakes I make, I get like the whole chocolate milk.
Mm-hmm.
But it has more protein content.
Yeah.
I add my protein powder in there. Sometimes I add like a frozen banana and stuff like that, and it's just a really good, delicious protein smoothie. After working out, man, drinking that, I feel so good. I'm ready to go do whatever I have to take care of for today.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, now I just have a few more.
Yeah.
I think we're getting closer to 30 minutes. Here's a fun one for you.
All right.
If you were trapped on an island, right?
Okay.
And you can pick one lower body, one upper body, and one core exercise. What's your go-to?
First core exercise for me is the rollouts.
The rollout. So like the ones where you're on your knees and you roll out, or you're.
I mean, either way.
Okay.
I mean, the big thing for me is like, I've been doing that workout a lot more recently, especially like since we're doing a lot of postseason, like after season's over with, we're doing like a lot of working out, lifting and stuff like that. And I've just been just like really just like incorporating a lot more abdominal workouts and stuff. And also the team has as well, like all the coaches and stuff have been adding more like ab workouts, more mobility exercises and stuff like that. But the more and more like we've been doing these workouts, the more and more I've been loving these rollouts. Oh, yeah. I do, because
they feel nice. Yeah.
It would feel so nice, man. I'd just be like, I've been seeing all my teammates, man. They would just like kind of just like they wouldn't even go all the way down. Like they would just kind of like stop, like in the middle of like the resting position, and like going all the way down. They're like right dead in the middle, and then they just go back up. All of a sudden, they just see me. I'm going like all the way down. Like my chest.
Do you get 180?
Yes. I get 180.
I get close.
Dude,
180.
It's so much fun, dude. I've been loving it, dude. Just going all the way down, man. Just rolling back up, dude. Yeah, I love it, dude. Because I'm feeling like my whole core just getting activated.
It like stretches it, but under tension.
I love that. I love that.
So,
so the abdominal workout, that rollout would definitely be it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I almost thought you were gonna say the one where you're holding onto the bar and you touch both your toes.
I do really like that one, but if I'm on a deserted island, I don't really want to hang off a tree branch.
Man, that's a good point.
Do I really want to hang off a tree branch trying to do a workout and all of a sudden like the tree branch breaks on me?
Yeah.
Do I really want to do that?
That's true.
No.
How much faith do you have in that tree branch?
I'm just messing. But no, that is a good one. That's number 2 for me.
Okay.
I got to go with rollout though, because I think rollout. I think it focuses on all parts of the abs.
Yeah.
It works on the top and the lower half.
Yeah.
I think whenever you're doing the little toe touches like on the bar and stuff, I feel like that mostly just hits the lower abs.
Hit lower. Yeah.
So
probably hip flexor.
That's why. So yeah, and then on top of that upper body workout, I'm really thinking about saying either it's got to be a really good chest workout. So it's either I'm gonna probably say bench press.
A bench press, because that's
yes.
That's
Because the bench press, like here's the thing, you can do bench press, you can hit chest, you can also hit tris too if you do like a closed grip.
Yeah.
Like you can be able to do a good amount of workouts to where it like not only hits your chest, but you can also hit a little bit of shoulders too. You can also hit your triceps as well, just depending on the angles or how you're using the bench press. So I really do like that.
Okay.
And when it comes to lower body, I am stuck between leg press and squats.
Like a back squat?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm stuck between those two because they literally are working out almost, they're very similar in what muscles they work out in your legs.
Yeah.
So it's like very hard to say. But you know what? I'll pick squats for this one.
Okay.
I'll pick squats because it's like, it's more than just about how much you're lifting. You also got to make sure you're a lot like really like balanced and stuff.
Stable,
you can be able to stable and actually handle that weight as you're going down and actually going back up.
That's fair. That's a good point.
So yeah, that'd be it. So abs, the rollout, bench press for upper body, and then squats for the lower body.
Is one of those your favorite exercise to do, or do you have a favorite? Like one where you're just stoked every time you get to do it. Like it can be for vanity, it can be for anything.
Oh man, that's so tough. I mean,
I don't even know what mine is.
Dude, I mean, whenever it comes to chest days, I love doing the. I love like grabbing cables, crossing my arms, because you're working like the top chest and everything like that. I just love it because then once like I get done with it, the pump I get like from my chest, and I'm like see like my shoulders is feeling a little activated too, just a tad bit.
Yeah.
But you got to make sure you're careful about like these kind of chest workouts because they're like if you're not having the right form, you can just be hitting just straight all shoulders and no chest at all.
Yeah. How do you make sure you're using your chest?
So the thing for me is like for bench press. Biggest thing is like you want to make sure like you pinch your shoulder blades back. And then you just like sit back like on the bench. Once you do that, it's like once you go out for the bar and you go down with it, you're not even activating any of your shoulders at all. You're just using straight chest.
Like, you feel a big stretch?
Yes, big time, because you're bringing all the way down here and then you're pushing straight up and you're not even activating your shoulders much at all. It's just focusing straight on the chest.
I struggle with that. I activate too much of the shoulder.
It's because it's because your back's just flat. If you like pinch your shoulder blades and put them like straight on there, and then you go, and then you do the weight, and then you go back up
Yeah,
with them
we
and
might
stuff
have
like
to-
that.
You might have to try that.
Oh yeah, it definitely works. I've been seeing so many gym influencers be doing that kind of stuff.
Okay.
There'd be a lot of stuff they would do, and I would just pick it up and I would just incorporate it into my workouts.
Oh yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Same.
See, so like for chest, like I love doing that, just cables and just doing the flies, crossing arms and stuff. It mostly just focuses on hitting the upper chest.
Mm-hmm.
I just love that workout though. It's one of my favorite ones. I've also been really liking tricep kickbacks.
What are those like?
Tricep kickbacks on the cables, and it's just like.
Oh, wait, no, you're talking this one, huh?
Yeah, it's like going out there because you're hitting the
Yeah.
long head of the tricep.
Okay.
Because that's like that one right there is like that part of the tricep is pretty neglected. Like not
Mhm.
many. I don't really see many people work on it. Of course, like I just see people do like the dips and stuff like that, but that mostly just focuses on like the shorter head. I feel like mostly whenever
Yeah.
you do that, it doesn't really work on the longer head of the tricep. That workout specifically though, where it's like you're just like kind of like bent over and you're just extending out like that. You could do it with the dumbbell, you could do it with cable.
Mhm.
Like that is probably that's the most focused exercise to hit the long head for triceps.
Do you think it works the long head because it's behind the body?
1000%.
Okay.
Because you're getting that stretch when you're like when you sort of bend your arm all the way, and then
Yeah.
when you hit the contraction point like right at the top, you could just feel it just like
Yeah.
you just straight best focusing.
For long head, short head, do you have any specific ones for the bicep? On working short head versus long head biceps? Like you're gonna work both of them, but
Yeah.
specifically more than the other.
Yeah. Of course, I like hitting the outside curls
Mm-hmm.
and the outside ones. I really like hitting those exercises. I do like hammer curls, which help strengthen your brachialis.
Okay, yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
I really like hammer curls. There'd be a lot of times where I like to do like the little cross curl, just like crossing, just bring like right across your chest and down.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my favorite ones that I've realized I'm starting to get a lot more size when it comes to biceps. I would actually just do this on cable, and it's just like I would just like be like lean forward a little bit, and I just have like the weight back here, and I would just curl it straight up.
Where do you start from?
All the way like back here.
So lengthen
like
position.
full
to-
extension out
Yeah.
here, and just curl up. Because you just get the full on stretch in your bicep.
Mm-hmm.
Because the most important thing with arms, especially biceps, it's not about the lift, like going all the way up and contracting it. What's very important is actually going back down, being
Eccentric.
slow,
Yeah.
eccentric, being slow and controlled. Because that's where I've actually heard this a lot. Is that's where you really start seeing the size in your arms.
Mhm.
Is whenever you're controlling the leg going down. It's not only just about contracting up at the top and then just like trying to crank out as much reps as possible.
Yeah.
With arms, you want to make sure it is slow and controlled
Slow. And
throughout the whole entire exercise,
How
throughout all
slow?
the reps.
How slow?
I mean, it doesn't have to be like crazy slow. It's just more
Like
like, of course, like whenever
3 to
you
5
curl
seconds,
up,
maybe.
I would say probably just like 2 or 3 seconds.
Okay.
But like, I mean, of course, there'd be a lot of times. Where I would go work out, and all of a sudden, you see people just cranking arms out like
Mhm.
this. I'm like, man, like if you just like take like a couple seconds more just to let it, just like 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, and
More
then
stress
curl
on
up. Yeah, you just get the full on stretch in your bicep, and I mean, it just focuses on the whole thing. And I've gotten so much progress, and I've seen so much of a change in my arms because of actually doing that specific workout.
So, I'm kind of noticing a trend, and we talked about it a little bit. Exercises that involve maximal stretch to maximal contraction tend to be better.
Yes.
Okay, so find exercises that incorporate that. Like the one with the
1000%.
tricep. Wait, it was back here.
Tricep kickback. Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
Yeah,
then-
just like hold it just for a little bit at the top, and then just go down.
But the bicep, having it fully lengthened.
Yeah,
to
fully. Yeah,
shortened.
get the full stretch in it.
Same with the positioning of your pecs
Yeah.
and shoulders for the bench press. Like,
Yes.
right. Sounds good. That's a good takeaway.
Yeah.
Did we go through your favorite exercise of all time to do? Did we say that?
I mean, yeah, we were talking about my God.
No, it's fine,
The
it's
thing for
fine.
me is I got so many favorite workouts. It's like hard for me to pick one.
No, I feel that.
So it's like I don't know, man.
That's fair. That's fair.
There's not really one exercise where I'm just like, dude, I gotta do this one next.
Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah.
never a point where I'm just like, bro, are you kidding me, man, dude? Like I gotta do this workout right here. Like I gotta do pull-ups in a minute, dude. Gosh, like I've never had a workout where I'm just like dreading
Yeah.
to do it.
Okay. No,
Every
that's
time, like when it comes to just like lifting things, man, I just love it. Because for me, honestly, dude, weightlifting at this point, because I've done it for so long, it feels like a video game to me, man.
Yeah.
Because now it's just like, all right, man, I'm in the gym, like I'm enjoying weightlifting. Dude, let's just see, like, if I'm feeling really good, let's just see how heavy I could actually go.
Yeah. Testing the limits.
Yeah, testing the limits. It's just fun. Like you like whenever you start weightlifting for like a good amount of time and everything, what's a great part about it is you can just start getting creative with it.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually start testing on new things, or like you see like people like talk about, oh, how this exercise does this, or try this when next time you work out. It's just fun. You get to experiment a little bit. It's fun. It's a whole lot of fun whenever you get to do that.
No, that's fair.
So yeah.
All right. I think that's about it for today. Dylan, where can people find you? You have any Instagram or YouTube or? Are you starting to put out more content? Like what's going on?
I haven't really been doing much of like spreading content and stuff because like the thing for me is like, I'm gonna probably start making Instagram, start doing workouts. I might probably create a TikTok. I mean, just because like I've had like a lot of people like tell me like, dude, you should actually try and like push to try to be like a fitness content influencer, like see where it can go. And I've always just been like, nah, I'm all good. But I am gonna probably start. I mean, but one of the biggest ways you can get in touch with me just social media wise, I do have Snapchat, and my username is d.english13. You can look for me on there. I'd be a lot of times where I post stories, and I just like after like mostly like just like hitting like workouts and stuff. It's just me just like flexing, just like showing like the workouts and stuff I'd be doing.
Yeah.
And I just have some music playing in the background.
That's cool. That's cool.
So I mean, but I've been really thinking about it, and I mean, with just like how everything's just been going on with me personally, just like seeing like how much progress I made, just hearing like a lot of people like talk like really good about it.
Mm-hmm.
I've just been like, you know what? I mean, like, there's a good chance like I might just try and see like how it goes, and if it ends up becoming a great thing, I mean that's awesome.
Yeah.
But I just kind of realized too is like, if I end up doing it, it's not just because I'm just doing it for the looks and attention. I would just be doing it just because it's just like, I just want to inspire people, because the reason why I am the person I am today, just like when it comes to just like who I am as a person, and also just like me working out and stuff and just the way I look and everything, it's because I had a lot of other people inspire me along the way to become the person I am to be. So it'd be me just trying to carry the torch and try to also inspire and influence people to be the best versions of themselves they can be, not only just physically, but also, I mean, just like as a person as well, because I mean, like, life's not easy. I mean, everybody's going to go through obstacles and challenges and stuff. And I'll just tell you one thing, like, if people, like, I know people get discouraged because they don't see progress, or they get defeated, like, in the gym and stuff, because they, like, compare themselves to other people. They see these guys are super built, and they look at themselves, and they get, like, body dysmorphia. They don't feel good about themselves at all. Yeah. But, that doesn't matter at all. I mean, what matters is just showing up and just being disciplined. Not only that, but just you just focus on yourself and realizing that you're doing this for yourself. You're not doing this just to impress others. You're doing it because you want to be the best you possibly can. Physically, and then also, I mean, just inside, just spiritually and just mentally. Me lifting and stuff, I've seen it just made me to such a better person. It's made me just stronger mentally. It's just made me very resilient, just to like how to handle certain obstacles. Yeah. So I mean, that's what it's done for me personally. So whenever I have challenges or obstacles try to come at me, or I just ever deal with any kind of low point in my life, I can always go to the gym, or I can always just rely on everything that I've learned just from pushing weights and just from working out and stuff. That, I mean, if I'm able to do this, there's nothing else there's nothing else that's gonna be able to stop me.
Yeah. And to go along with that, like if you do make, some social media platforms, like you obviously have fun with it too. Like
Absolutely.
you enjoy it. It's not, you wouldn't be doing it just to make money.
It's not even a chore at all.
Yeah,
like I would do it just because I love it. It's just something that I just love doing.
Yeah, which I think is good.
But it's kind of funny because if you were to tell me that, like, if you were to tell me that like 5 or 6 years ago, whenever it was just like me, just like focus on basketball, and I would just take care of my school grades, getting great grades, and just if you were just to tell me that, of course I'd probably look at you a little weird. But if I saw a picture of myself, I'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's fair.
But
Yeah.
I mean, no. I mean, but if anybody is out there and they're really trying to really want to make a change for themselves and everything, I just want to be one of those people. I really want to help people like change for themselves, change for the better. Because at the end of the day, it's like if I end up really fully pursuing it, and it actually becomes very successful for me.
Yeah.
It's not going to be just about me. It's going to be me just trying to inspire and influence the people that are watching my content, like I have just for other gym influencers, people that actually motivated me to get in the gym, like famous figures, or sometimes it's like family member, or sometimes it's like friends, or gym influencers that I would just see like on social media and stuff. Like whenever like I would just be like looking through like workouts, or whenever I would just be like searching the web or social media, I would just be like seeing them, and all of a sudden they would just be like inspiring people, just like be like sending out like powerful, encouraging messages and stuff like that. So I see them do that, and I'm just like, that's exactly what I want to do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm definitely gonna do it though. I'm definitely gonna try and do
That's cool.
content.
I like it.
With everything going on, I feel like this is something I'm gonna make sure I plan to get everything set up before summer hits.
Yeah, me too.
So then whenever I'm able to go straight away and just start coming out with like workouts and stuff like that. Also, I mean, there'll be maybe times I might just live stream too. So if people like want to like hop in a live stream, want to ask me questions, get to know me and stuff like that, I'll just be an open book to them and just be straightforward with them and everything.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So
I'm hoping to have more content out this summer as well.
for sure.
Hopefully like a daily thing.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But yeah, Dylan, thank you for hopping on the Primetime Training Podcast.
Absolutely, man. It's about time we got to do this.
It was about time, yeah. It was great having you.
Yeah.
I think we do have to end this a certain way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking?
I know exactly what you mean. That was our handshake throughout
That's
the
right.
whole entire season.
All right. Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks, guys.
Sick, bro.